after a school shooting, I remember driving to school to drop off my son, and I called up his mother. His mother's the mayor of Phoenix, in case you guys don't know. And I called her up. I'm like, why does it feel weird and scary that I'm dropping off my son at school? It was so crazy that I had to think that way. Yeah. And it's so crazy that any American parent has to think that way. That school now is a potential threat of your kid's life. And it doesn't matter where you are in this country. You could be in the best neighborhoods. You could be in the worst neighborhoods. There is a definite threat on your kid's life at school. And the problem to that is that this is a choice we make. You know, we're not a more violent country than other countries, as much as people want to say that. No, we're just a country that has a lot more weapons that are easily accessible. The reason there is so much, of this random gun violence and crime is because it is easy for you to buy a weapon. It is extremely easy to buy a weapon. Keeping guns out of people's hands that should not have them will reduce gun violence. It's just the truth. And we don't do it because there's money that's made from it by these gun manufacturers, and there's politicians that want to kowtow to the NRA. There is no ethics standards for the Supreme Court. And there's more and more stories coming out. We have Clarence Thomas, a big donor, who bought his mother's house and then rented it back to her. And I'm not sure he actually rented it back to her in market value. If I had done that, I would be in jail. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of different government employees, whether it's just the guy who, takes out your trash, or even the people that work at like City Hall as staff. If they do things like that, they go to jail or they lose their jobs. Now we also heard about, I think it's Alito, who is taking trips in private jets. There needs to be an ethical standard to the Supreme Courts. They need to have stronger disclosure laws. We should know who's influencing them, much the same that we get here. And I think it's ridiculous that they don't do that, and that's where we need to be focused on. One of the reasons why I announced that I was running not just announced, but announced actually right after that I was intent on running, was when Kyrsten filibustered the Voting Rights Act. And the reason, and again, I try not to talk about that, but this is very personal, because this is someone who called John Lewis a personal friend and mentor, and then torpedoed, one of his most, important bills that he unfortunately was not able to see since he passed. But we need to pass that bill, especially post January 6th. The insurrection was a physical insurrection that happened on January 6th, but now there is a courtroom and Brooks Brothers insurrection that's happening, and it's happening in state by state, trying to change voting laws, trying to change who can be elected, and we have to be aware of that. Until we can really meet demand for labor, there's always going to be people coming and trying to cross over for work. Instead of having them pay coyotes $10,000, why don't we say, hey, pay your fee, pay $2,000, background check, here's your visa to work here for 2 years. Yeah. Let's make that easier, and that way people aren't crossing over. And then that'll allow Border Patrol and Customs to actually focus on the wrong guys. Because we want bad people to not come to this country. My basic policy on immigration is bad people out, good people in. Well, we know what Carrie Lake's going to do. She's going to try to scare us from each other. She's going to try to scare you about immigrants, gays. I don't even know what else she's going to try to scare of. But we're going to talk about the future. She's going to talk about, hey, we're going to talk about where we're going as a state. She wants to talk to you about 2020 and 2022, right? She's going to try to scare you about our trans community. I'm going to try to explain to you how I'm going to help you get a house, how you're going to help get water, have our water future secure, how we're going to pay our bills, instead of trying to scare you about another fellow human being.